Welcome back to the Nectar training series. In this video, I'm going to show you how we install the tag holders, tags, and deploy Nectar for the first time in a yard that has never been tagged before. So I've gone around the yard and placed tag holders and tags on all of the beehives around the yard. We find this helps prevent skipping of a pallet or missing a beehive if we just lay it all out ahead of time. Plus, it's a little faster to scan the tags when they're sitting on the cover instead of in the tag holder. So I have here at my first pallet a Home Depot bucket with the screws, the tag holders, and my impact gun with a magnetic S1 head on it. Like I say, we like the magnetics because it holds the screw there. You don't have to worry about it falling off as you're installing the tag holders. You can install the tag holder on the bottom hive or the top hive body. We have honey supers on these because we're in the summer honey flow of North Dakota. But typically, if it was just a double deep, you wouldn't have those additional supers and the hive would be a little bit lower. You want to look for a spot that you're not going to cover up your branding or logo. It doesn't really matter whether you install the tag holders this direction or this direction. Either way works. We prefer them with the little smiley face up because the tags are a little easier to put in and out. We also prefer to install them on the top box, the top deep, because on the bottom the grass will grow up and will start to obscure the tag and make scanning a little slower with the QR code, as well as you can damage it more easily with a weed eater or lawnmower if it's on the bottom box. Now over time, these tag holders are going to be installed in various boxes as they get turned around, and say it was installed here on the front and now this box gets switched to a new location. It might be on the back side. That's why we have our supplies in all of our trucks where you can just install a new tag holder on the front, swap that tag around to the front. You'll always only have one tag per beehive, but you may have 2, 3, even up to 4 tag holders on a double deep, because in the past what was the inside is now the outside, and vice versa. So let's install this tag holder. I'm just going to put it right here. This one's pretty easy because there isn't much branding in the way. You don't want to install them too high up because your cover, if you have a migratory cleat, will cover over the top of the tag holder, make it more difficult to pull the tag in and out. So there's that one, and now we'll do our companion. Again, I've got our branding right there in the middle. I've got a knot right there, so let's install right here. All right, now that we've got our tag holders installed around the yard, I'm going to continue that process, and then we're going to jump into the app and take a look at how we scan. Okay, now I'm going to show how we add the beehives into the Nectar app. I'll launch Nectar here. As you can see, it shows there's 20 hives here in yard 258. That's because I added 1/2 of the yard before. We're going to add the other 24 hives that are on this side of the yard. To do that, I'll choose Add Hives down at the bottom right. And you can see it gives me 4 options. It defaults to QR, which is what we'll be using today. The RFID gun I will show in a future video. That's really great if you're adding a few hundred hives. But for a small yard, 40, 50 hives, QR is plenty fast. I will just show you an ID would be manually typing in the ID number. So I have one here that's 0749038. So you can see we've added that one. NFC is holding the tag up to the phone to scan the NFC chip. So you can see we've now added those two. I'm gonna go back to QR. If I try to rescan those, that's the one I manually typed the ID in, and that's the one I did the NFC. You can see it's not re-adding them. But as I move over to the others here, it is scanning. So I'll just go a little slower around than I typically would. It can kind of depend on how you hold the phone. I find that you're holding it 1 to 2 feet away, kind of at an angle, is the fastest. So as I go around, you'll see the number increasing. We're now up to 8 hives. As I mentioned, you would do this a lot faster in real time, but I just want to show everyone kind of the process. We're at 12. You can always check, let's say it didn't scan this tag number 50, or one of the tags here on this pallet. I can scroll through and see the prior ones that I've scanned. So if I was missing, say number 51 never scanned, I would be able to see that and then go back and rescan that one. So I just sort of keep track, knowing that I'm adding 4 each time I go around. All right, so there's our 24 hives to add. Obviously, I could install them into their tag holders on the front and then add them. It's just a little faster to scan the QR codes while they're sitting on top of the hives that initial time. After that, you'll always be scanning them on the front of the hives, which is fast, but not as fast. At this point, you can see it's adding 24 new hives to yard 258. And if I hit submit, that'll submit those additional hives. If I hit submit and inspect, I could do a yard inspection, such as feeding, adding supers, a mite treatment. But for now, we're just going to hit submit on that. And in a second here, we'll come back to the home screen. Now you can see this yard has 44 hives in it, and we've added all of them in. Okay, now that we've installed all the tag holders, scanned all the tags into the Nectar app, the last thing that remains is installing the tags into their tag holders. This is the fastest piece of it. And once the tags are in, they're locked in quite well. This little spot makes it very convenient to remove a tag when you have a hive die, or as hive bodies shift around and move, you can very quickly and easily change the tag out from one tag holder to another. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and check out the other videos in the Nectar training series.